Howdy howdy, SonicHaXD here, and today we're gonna talk about BEASTARS the anime. Now, I already made a video about BEASTARS last year, so I won't be going over the same points I made in that video, like the story, the worldview, the characters, the fetishes, etc. Instead, I'll be focusing on the animation, voice acting, music, and highlights. Everything I said in the first video still applies in this video. I would even say that video is more of a review than this one. However, in this video, I'll be talking more on what the anime brings to the table compared to the manga. So it's kind of more of a sequel of my first video, the literal Netflix adaptation. So I would recommend watching my first video before this one. Alright, let's just jump right into the review! This is honestly the trickiest section to talk about, so bear with me. I think the animation is creative, well executed, and downright beautiful and mesmerizing at some points. However, there are two huge hurdles that need to be crossed. If you can get over these two things, then I think you'll really enjoy the animation. The first issue is its CG. CG has always been more of a stench than an advantage in the anime world. Don't you hate it when you're watching a nice, refreshing anime, then all of a sudden, a bad CG starts attacking the main character, and then another bad CG comes out, and then you're like, what the fuck am I watching? Bad CG has always been more common than good CG. Like, I do feel like it's been getting a lot better in recent years, but still, it's a lot easier to find bad CG. But we are kind of getting off track here, because BEASTARS is not a CG anime. It is a full CG anime, which doesn't really help because most of the flaws from CG still apply. So, does that mean BEASTARS is destined to fail? Idiot! I think that's how you say it in Japanese. Objection! Because you see, oh my gosh, shut up. Shut up! Shut up! What the frick? You see, BEASTARS is being made by Studio Orange, who created the best CG anime in our generation. Land of the Lustrous. For taking on the mantle of best CG anime ever, it holds up quite well. The CG reflections and materials look stunning. The fight scenes are very well choreographed, and the 3D effects are super cool. This isn't just a great anime with an intriguing worldview that uses CG. It's an anime that was meant to be CG. It just works, and it's amazing. And their next project, BEASTARS, is pretty freaking good too. All the techniques they learned from Land of Lustrous is being utilized greatly in BEASTARS, and to some degree, maybe even better. Sure, there are some hiccups and weird moments, but as a standalone CG anime, it's fantastic. And I would even say it is up there as one of the best. Demo! That leads to problem number 2. By turning BEASTARS into a full CG anime, you completely betray the original art style. I like Power Itagaki's art style. Sure, early on, her stuff is quite sketchy, but later on, she gets really comfortable with drawing her characters, which makes them look pretty good. And this art style is completely replaced with CG, and that kind of pisses off people. By changing the art style, you change the presentation of some scenes. And if you ask most manga fans, they'll say, oh my gosh, what the frick is wrong? How the hell do I live in this infuriating environment? And if you ask most manga fans, they'll say, difference equals worse. These super cool scenes from the manga are ruined in the anime, and my hatred is double because it's 3D! Now personally, yeah, of course I like the manga's art style much more. Of course I wish this wasn't in CG. Of course I would wish that this thing was more like regular traditional anime and how they animate and stuff like that. I feel like it fits more with the theme, it fits more with how Power would have envisioned it. I just think it would have been better, of course. I read the manga, so of course I'll feel hurt. But that doesn't make it a bad anime. It's still good CG, and I still really enjoyed the animation. And yeah, I read the manga, I feel betrayed, but I still enjoyed the CG animation. And at times when I watch this show, I genuinely feel impressed with some of the things they do with CG in this show. Now, I do feel like this comes down to personal preferences. Either you can't look past the fact that they butchered Paru's art style, or you can just enjoy some nice CG animation. Or you never read the manga, and this whole entire section doesn't matter to you. Did I mention that I read the manga? The voice acting for the most part is fine. I'm not the most professional in this area, so apologies in advance. I do want to talk about Legosi's voice though. I'm really glad that they didn't give Legosi a regular ass shonen protagonist voice. He sounds depressed. And I think that's great! Legosi is shy, introverted, and kinda mysterious. And I think his voice really portrays this part of him very well. Of course, when he gets serious, it's pretty threatening too. Great job, Kobayashi. Oh, and also, fun fact, he voices Ranga in that slime anime. I guess wolf characters are just perfect for him. Oh, also, Yuki, who voices Lewis, is also the voice of Josuke. I literally can't get Josuke's voice out of my head whenever Lewis talks, and I fucking love it. Just make sure you don't make fun of his antlers.
Oh no, I don't trust those big horns.
Okay, so I did some digging, and it turns out there wasn't only just one voice actor from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure who voices in BEASTARS, not 2, 5 JoJo voice actors. So let's list them out. Haru is also the voice of Trish. Jack is also the voice of Fugo. Goheen is also the voice of Wamu. And Kai is also the voice of Bakugo, who is also the voice of Gachio. When people told me that this is the furry version of JoJo, I thought it was a joke. It is starting to get unironically scarily true. Arrivederci. I feel like I speak for everyone when I say this. The music is excellent.
Excellent!
I'm usually not the type of person who's really into classical music, but this music is tight. It conveys the emotion of the scene very, very well. And that damn leitmotif. One of my favorite things about the music in BEASTARS is how each character has their own theme, and it really does a great job portraying as to what kind of personality they are. For example, Lewis's theme gives off a sassy, arrogant, boss type kind of a feel to it. Despite all this, they can still change it up and make it have a totally different type of feeling. But now let's make it seem more sad. And now let's make it seem very sad. It's honestly great, and I'll definitely be using it as background music in my future YouTube videos. Wink, wink. But you guys don't care about that, because you guys want me to talk about...
Whoa, back it up there, Chauncey.
Let's talk about the ED first. I am so glad they got back Eureka to sing. She did a great job with the Land of Luscious OP. Though nothing too special, I thought the ED was alright. What the? There's a second one? A third one? A fourth one? I'm honestly quite impressed with 3 EDs. Each of them all have a really different style, and they all reflect on a very important relationship in Legosi's life. His love for Haru, his love for Lewis, and his love for his dark edgy self.
I found you, Baker. Huh. You're not even good enough to be my king. I'll make you eat those words.
Oh, and my favorite is the second one. That song is a banger. Alright, now let's finally get into... When I first heard this song, I wasn't really into it, but after hearing it a couple more times, I loved it. The jazz, the funk, the things that make me want to dance, it got me hooked. It's kind of like steak. I had to chew on it a couple more times before I really liked it. As for the animation, I don't want to sound too controversial, but I kind of would have preferred a traditional montage shonen intro. I think it fits more with the themes of the show, and some scenes don't even really fit with the beat of the song. But in this day and age, you gotta take good stop motion when you can. And this is some damn good stop motion. I'm a super stop motion fan, by the way. When I was young, I used to love making Lego stop motions. And for my high school graduation project, our group made a stop motion. And that is all you'll ever see of it. The stop motion looks very fluid, which is the hardest part of making stop motion look good. I would know, because I have experience. That dance sequence made me cream myself. Overall, not the best anime opening, but rather a beautiful short before the movie. Hey, by the way, don't you think it sounds like Bloody Street? So this is the part where I talk about some highlight scenes that were outstanding and or impactful. Light spoilers, but I'll try to keep it vague.
What are you
During the beginning of the series, the drama club have been preparing for their show about death. And to me, the performance is the point where I started really liking this series. It was the hook that reeled me into BEASTARS. It was also very satisfying seeing Legoshi beat the shit out of Overall, this scene's aight. So,
how do you say it?
There's some sexy time stuff in this anime. The birds and the bees kind of one. While also, for some reason, Studio Orange decided to sprinkle in a lot of sexual tension in some scenes. Like, two characters can just have a really normal conversation and somehow it can be horny. And I, for one, think it's great and beneficial for the anime. But why do I think it's good for the series?
Because you're a furry.
Because strange sex sells.
Nani?
Strange sex sells. The triple S tactic. Nobody cared about Goblin Slayer until the unconsensual sexing happened between women and goblins. Nobody cared about Nisamonogatari until Oni-chan helped Imoto-chan brush her teeth. Nobody cared about Kimono Michi Rise Up until the doggo got the pet-pets. If anime does anything that's not normal sex-wise, the internet loves it. Don't believe me? I posted some random clips of a bunch of animals fooling around on Twitter, and it has 250,000 views! That's more than what I make on YouTube, what the fuck? And they are not shy with these types of scenes. Like, there's fucking bunny, fucking a bitch, and fucking another fuck, and then fucking the fucking fuck.
Calm down. Calm down.
And I see this as an absolute win. So everybody, go out there and loot the precious doggo. Go out there and showcase how much you love the doggo. Cancel hashtag protect Legoshi. Fuck Legoshi. It's for the greater good with BEASTARS. It'll make Paru so happy. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Huh? Hold up a second. Hello? Hi. Yeah, I'm just making the review. What do you mean Legoshi 17? So I'm gonna say this as vague as possible because this is at the end of the series. It's intense, it's climactic, and it utilizes the best thing CGI can provide: action. Land of the Lustrous has already given us amazingly choreographed fight scenes, and BEASTARS goes full force here. That's all I will say. Just know that when you hear the SHISHI-GUMI, it's time to get goosebumps.
It is a little something for everyone.
I don't really know why I'm doing this part, but yeah, 10 out of 10. I'm biased as fuck. As long as they keep the same story beats as the manga, I'm still gonna like the anime a lot. I'm gonna say I recommend either the manga or the anime. I know most BEASTARS fans would say read the manga and then the anime, but in my opinion, I think either is fine. I'd say it's a chocolate and vanilla kind of situation. I will always prefer the chocolate, no matter what, but the vanilla is pretty damn good too. I want to take this last part of the video to talk about my experience with BEASTARS. A year ago, I made my first BEASTARS video, which was just me gushing about how much I like this manga and how nobody's talking about it. The response really shocked me. People didn't just leave troll, meme comments. You guys left discussions, essays. And many of you commented saying, "You're not a furry, but BEASTARS is amazing," or "You are a furry and you're shocked how you've never heard about this." Now that the anime is out, the community has grown so much. Tons of remixes and covers, a Discord group with over 10,000 users, an English fandom created with talented voice actors. I'm honestly baffled how great this fandom is. I am so proud of this community. This year has been such a fun experience for me, and I cannot wait for more in the future. Alright, it's time to end this video with a bang. Remember what I said at the end of my last video? I guess in the end, all I just want to say is, if I don't see this number over triple digits after the anime is out, I will be very disappointed in humanity. Well, as of now, I'm proud to announce we have reached over 200 results on Rule 34! Wow, a whole 10 times more degeneracy added to this world. Amazing! But wait, there's more! After you guys introduced me to this wonderful site called E621, there are actually over 600 results! Holy ravioli! I know I said I'd be disappointed in humanity, but now I feel like giving it up! At this point, we'll reach our goal of over triple digits before I reach 100,000 subscribers! Oh, and also Legosi's still 17.
Hey y'all, subscribe, like, comment, favorite bell, blah blah. YouTube algorithm forced me to do this. Love ya, bye.
これは断言する。おい、笑え笑え。ほらほらほらほらほらほら。
今じゃ
ほらほらほらほらほらほらほら
この秘密を打ち明けたらきっと俺たちは終わってしまう。
やめろ